Have you ever been disrespected by someone, a friend, a family member, or even a stranger, and found yourself frozen in that moment? Maybe their words cut deep, or their actions left a scar and you couldn't shake the thought, why didn't I fight back? Why didn't I say something? Let me tell you something. Silence in those moments is not your defeat. It is your greatest strength. I know that's hard to believe, but because we live in a world that tells us to react to everything, to fight every battle, to match anger with anger. But what if I told you the opposite? What if I told you that your silence, in the face of disrespect, is not a sign of weakness? It is the mark of someone who is in control of their own power, because silence is power. And today we're going to talk about how to turn your pain into your strength, how to rise above the chaos, and how to let your silence speak louder than words ever could. Silence is not the absence of a response. It is the presence of strength. Let me repeat that. Silence is not weakness. It's control. It's the ability to pause when your instinct is to lash out. It's the choice to protect your peace when someone tries to drag you into their chaos. You see, people who disrespect you, who hurt you, who aim to belittle you, they are looking for one thing: your reaction. They want you to shout back, to get angry, to engage. Why? Because that reaction feeds their ego. It validates their behavior. It gives them control over your emotions. And when you react, even if it feels like you're standing up for yourself, you're giving them exactly what they wanted. But when you choose silence, when you take a step back and say, I'm not playing this game, you're stripping them of that control. You're taking back your power. Silence, my friend, is not a sign that you're scared. It's a sign that you're in control. It's a sign that you value your inner peace more than the temporary satisfaction of reacting to someone's negativity. Let's be real. When someone disrespects you, your first instinct is to react emotionally. Maybe you want to shout, argue, or demand an apology. That's normal. It's human. But here's the thing. Emotional reactions don't fix the situation. In fact, they often make it worse. They pull you into a spiral of negativity that leaves you drained, hurt, and feeling defeated. Now compare that to silence. Imagine someone insults you, expecting you to react. They're ready for your anger, prepared to argue back. But instead, you say nothing. You stand there calmly. You look at them, not with anger, but with strength, and you walk away. That silence hits them like a wave. It catches them off guard because they were expecting chaos, but you gave them peace. And that peace is what haunts them. Here's what happens. When you choose silence, you hold up a mirror to the other person. Without your reaction to distract them, they're left alone with their actions. And in that silence, they begin to see the truth. They start to replay the moment in their minds over and over, wondering why you didn't respond. They'll question themselves. Was I too harsh? Was I wrong? Why didn't they react? And that self-reflection, forced by your silence, is far more powerful than any words you could have spoken. You see, people who hurt others often don't expect to face their own guilt. They rely on your reaction to shift the blame onto you. But when you stay silent, they're left with nothing but their own actions. And those actions, they start to haunt them. Let me ask you this, is every battle worth fighting? Is every argument worth your energy? No, it's not. Some battles aren't meant to be fought. They're meant to be walked away from. And when you walk away in silence, you're not giving up, you're rising above. Choosing silence doesn't mean you're weak. It means you're strong enough to prioritize your peace. It means you know your worth. It means you refuse to let someone else's negativity disrupt your inner calm. And that's what true strength looks like. Because here's the truth. Not everyone deserves a reaction from you. Not everyone deserves your energy. Some people thrive on chaos, and the best way to handle them is to give them nothing. Latina suvidia, no anger, no argument, just silence. And in that silence, you'll find your power. Now, let's talk about what happens next. When you choose silence, the person who disrespected you will eventually come to a realization. At first, they might think they've won. They might believe your silence means they've broken you. But over time, they'll see the truth. They'll see that your silence wasn't a sign of defeat. It was a sign of dignity. They'll realize that they didn't break you, they only made you stronger. And that realization, that's their loss, because they'll come to understand that. They disrespected someone who had the strength to rise above, someone who valued their peace more than petty arguments, someone who refused to stoop to their level, and in that moment they'll feel the weight of what they've lost. Think of your silence like the ocean. On the surface it may seem calm and still, but beneath that surface lies incredible power, depths that no storm can shake. When someone tries to stir your waters, let them see the calm on the surface, but know that beneath your strength runs deep. That's what silence is. It's the calm that comes from knowing your worth. It's the depth that no one can disturb. So, the next time someone disrespects you, I want you to remember this. Your silence is your strength. Your silence is your power. Let them throw their insults, their negativity, their chaos, and let it bounce off of you. Stand firm in your peace. Choose yourself, because your silence doesn't mean they've won. It means you've risen above. It means you've taken control. And that kind of strength, that's the kind of strength that can't be taken away from you. Let your silence speak louder than words. Let it show the world that you are stronger than the pain, braver than the chaos, and wiser than the noise. Your pain will be your power. Your silence will be your strength. And your peace will be your victory.